Welcome to the Our Everyday Lives podcast. I'm your host, Michael. You could call me Mr. Archangel. Hear me on YouTube and YouTube Music today. And you might be in your car driving to work, and you're driving to work right now, and you say to yourself, I'm sick and tired of this job, right? You might be driving to school, and in the back of your brain, you're saying to yourself, I'm sick and tired of the relationship. This is a moment where we can change our life, and what we're capable of doing is experiencing a new timeline, a new reality. You no longer have to live that life. This is the energy that we're in. Very potent energy. The energy for change. Those that have been watching me over the years, you know when it's time for change. And what we need to do is not hold on. So during this season, the ones that are going to succeed like never before are the ones that let go of the past. The ones that are taking initiative to moving towards the future, regardless of what the exterior world is showing you. You know, I share about Tesla, Nikola Tesla, not the car. And he said, you got to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you think about your everyday life as a frequency, it's not a solid thing. When your internal frequency shifts, the reality that you're receiving through your perception is going to change. So the people that are tuned in across the world, you're tuned in, you're focusing your attention because you are a creator being, and you're listening to these messages because you want to now be that person that actually is changing reality and not a victim to reality. We are live right now. I'm so grateful if you would click the like button. Helps others find this. Chaos to clarity is today's topic. Chaos energies. More and more people are getting in tune with natural rhythms. When the eclipse comes, you can't really prevent the chaos. You're going to have to lean into that chaos. And that chaos is like the storm. I've gone through this many times in my life. That's why I'm able to share from firsthand experience. How did you manifest all these things? How did you rewrite your reality? I'm teaching you here daily what I've done. And guess what? It still hasn't stopped. So now we take the journey together, right? This is how I've gone through these seasons before. People think in their minds, it's the modern society, that you are going to have something new in a second. But in reality, it takes a season. Isn't that the truth? There were things in my past I didn't see. There was no evidence. There was zero physical evidence, and I made it. Once again, we're living through this because this is a very powerful reset after we come out of this big, powerful eclipse season. There's another reset with no physical evidence, not a drop. When you get through this void, and I'm going to teach you today, you could even take out a pen and paper. I'm going to teach you how to flow. You're going to have to flow through this time period. Things are going to pop up, and you might have said, oh, I always go this way, but something is telling me to go a different route today. I don't normally do this. I'm scared. We're all scared. You got to do it now. Now's the time to do it. So, and if you are new to me, I'm constantly teaching, and I'm constantly teaching through the energy that we're living through. You are not supposed to do these things prior to the eclipse. You do these things afterwards. Now, it's also according to where you are in your everyday life. Did you clean? Did you get rid of all of the past, the things from your past identity that's no longer part of your life? Did you clean and purify it? Did you give it the 999 treatment? People that are part of this community know all about the 999 treatment. So now you can move forward in the new energies, because that frequency, that internal frequency has shifted, and now, like a beautiful magnet, you attract these new things. So you have to flow with the energies. Allow it to unfold, not rigid to what you normally do. And, I give examples from my everyday life. If you're just hearing me for the first time, especially on YouTube Music, how you doing? I give examples from my everyday life. I'm a world famous content creator, and I've been doing videos for years here. Now we're growing on Facebook. If you have Facebook, you could hit me up on Facebook. Growing tremendously there. And that's one of the examples from the past. I didn't know I was going to grow like that on Facebook. So in our minds, we think that we're supposed to do one thing, and then something else pops up. So I have done, certain routines and rituals, for example, for years. And now the paradigm has changed. It's such a very powerful video today. Your life, if you could make it through this lesson, and you're focused, and then I'm going to tell you the next steps at the end of this lesson, your life will change forever. So, I had a certain way of doing things, but now, right, I have to venture into new things. I've been pumping out the YouTube Shorts, for example. Never really did short form content. And between YouTube and Facebook, this is a new way of artistic expression. I had to learn how to do something new, right? I've been doing, live streams for years. Now also a beautiful podcast, okay? You have to change. Things will pop up. From yesterday, I'm just giving you this example. So I have a plan. So now I got into that plan for the shorts, for example. And when I got off the live stream yesterday, the AI tool on YouTube cut a clip, a short from my live stream. And I said, you know what? I don't normally do this. I might as well. So I reposted it. We'll see what happens. It just pops up. So these things are just going to randomly pop up. And if you're going the same path all the time, you might have to stop. And this is the guidance, even though it could be a digital thing. It could be in the street like a beautiful kitten. Some people have watched my video on my story of saving the kitten. And, sometimes you will have an experience. Life is about experiences. So many people are afraid of love. It's something that really touched me going through the experience, even though it's just, maybe a, short. It's not about the length of time. It's about the power that you get from something, even though it was maybe a very short experience, but it changes you. It activates something inside of you. These are what's called catalyst events. If you're new to me here on YouTube, it's the main video on the channel page. What is a catalyst event? And over the course of our journey, we have these quantum events that are a catalyst moment. that shift our timeline. It shifts our frequency, and from that moment forward, we start to experience a new reality. During this transitional phase, you will always go through a time period where things might look like it's going the opposite way. It gets really quiet. Be quiet. Listen. And you will have to listen at that time. And that's what I'm doing right now, allowing things to unfold. Listen very quietly. The problem with the world of people, they're not in tune because they're riddled with stress and anxiety, and it numbs you from your natural rhythms, frequencies, right? And if you are in that mode of fear all day long, you will never find the path. That was yesterday's episode, The Path. Oh, it's a powerful one. This moment in time is simply finding the path. Because if you're lost, it is a very, this season, you might not get congratulated for it. You're not getting awards. That was a good one. You're not getting accolades during your messy season. But in the long term, for your journey, it's so important. The messy season, and you're doing it yourself this time. You took the training wheels. God might have done it in the past. You might have had a season where God pruned your life. Now, when you're in that void, it's time for you to do that pruning. You did that pruning. The messy season is one of your most important seasons. The butterfly doesn't get an award. It doesn't feel too good when it's basically becoming liquefied. Heinrich metamorphosis. It's a top video on this channel. Ascension, Heinrich metamorphosis. You should check it out. When the snake sheds its skin and it's raw, it had to outgrow that. It can't be that way anymore. So it's got to shed its skin, and then it's raw, and then it's like it's very painful, right? To be exposed. Sometimes we have this big armor, maybe the full armor of God. We have this armor, and then for a time period we have to be exposed, and it's very painful. It's painful to, crawl without the skin. It's painful to have your insides liquefied. It's painful. But these seasons that we go through, it puts us to our higher calling. And that's a very powerful short I just put up. Our higher calling. So cherish that you have this opportunity this week, really for the rest of this year. You have an opportunity. It's your opportunity. If you want to sit there and keep doing the same thing, that's on you. You want to keep self-sabotaging true love? Cool, that's you. You want to self-sabotage wealth? Whatever it might be, this is a time period where you are able to change the trajectory of your life. And, I share from firsthand experience. And, the problem with society today is attention. Attention is the currency of the universe. It's one of my original videos. Still there, because it's true. Attention is the currency of the universe. Who and what are you paying attention to? It is going to be a determining factor where you go moving forward. Some people, they pay attention to, fake people on social media or false idols on the TV, right? Or someone that's a quote unquote guru, whatever it might be. What are the things that they actually accomplished? And is this path achievable and realistic? These are the things you have to think about. I'm here to tell you, it's never about, getting the Lamborghini. It's never about that. And the more, because more and more people, men and women, are having this spiritual awakening. It's a big, massive inner shift. It's an internal shift. And when you change on the inside, all the materialistic things, it doesn't matter anymore. When you're in tune with love, love is always the answer, as we just shared in that video. It's always the answer. 100% of the time. Sometimes we don't understand what love is, but love is driving us. Sometimes we have to drive through the pain. Love is driving us. It's comfortable to do the same thing, to live the same way. Once you do the inner work, then your external reality shifts, is a frequency, because you're broadcasting the signal. So once you take the Tesla model and you realize that this reality is not physical, I know to some people it's going to sound kind of far out there. It's hard to digest. This is not a physical reality. It's a frequency. And you will see this one day, every once in a while. You might have already captured this. That's why I teach health and wellness on this channel. You got to decalcify the pineal gland, the third eye, right? These are all things. Are you getting rid of all the toxins? Are you mentally sharp, or are you in a fog? So you don't pick up on these things if you are in that state. But you will, if you're doing this, you will wake up every once in a while and you could realize that something shifted in the reality upon waking up in the rising, grand rising. It's time to get up now. Today we get up. I appreciate if you could click the like button if you just stumbled in. It's a great support. Very grateful for that. It's time to get up. You want to, when you start to realize this, and I've done this, there are things you can't change your life in one giant leap. It is not realistic, because it is the self-talk that's inside. So you want to find stepping stones, right, to get to your final destination. There really is no final destination. If you intend, this is going to get very deep today, Jen, if you intend on remaining alive, there is no finish line. You don't get to a place where it's like, okay, and then I stopped, right? I talked about this in my gym video. I see people in the gym, regardless of the gym I go to, they're only doing it to impress someone else, and then they think they'll maybe either get in a relationship, and then they just fall apart. If you have that model, if you have that mindset, there is no finish line to any aspect of life. If you're waiting, see, this is a time period where we're going to be finding our true divine counterparts. If you wanted true love, okay, and check out my relationship videos. This is the time to do it, but no one is going to complete you. You have to do the inner work, and then magnetically, you will attract the one. If you don't do that inner work, it doesn't come. So this is where we are in this year. You could hear my voice and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I always achieve this level of wealth. I always keep getting this type of relationship. And you've been calling out for something new. So you had to change the internal frequency It is called embodiment. And now you are embodying it. And then your reality shifts. During this process, you experience glitches, and it is not a linear straight line. You go through chaos. I've been feeling that chaos this year as well. It's been a difficult year for a lot of people because that old reality must end. Your old frequency. That's why those videos I put up on putting an end to the previous version of yourself. There is a dissonant battle that's going on. This is a real thing. The previous version, it comes from your subconscious. It is desperately trying to hold on. That's why your external world, again, it's not real. That girl that's making that mean, scary face at you, it's not real. She really loves you. It's fake. You have to push through. It doesn't matter. A lot of people go through these. I'm giving you real life examples of what goes on. You wanted to, maybe increase your wealth, and then you lost. You put that out to the universe, and then you lost the job you weren't even resonating with that job. That's the answer. That's good. It's good. Because that has to go, and then you're going to go through a time period where you go low. And then you have the room to, now you're in a job at this level, it's totally different. This is a time period of exponential growth, not like a little bit of growth. In order to do that, you have to clear out, you have to hit a lower low to achieve a higher high. This is the quantum, because it's real. It's energy. I put up a post this rising on Facebook. Check it out. This is how we move forward, because we're not moving forward physically. We're moving forward energetically. So if this is resonating, click subscribe. You could show up every day, because this is the new model. Life has changed. The paradigm, you are sitting there. You could be listening to me in the car today. You're watching me on YouTube, and you could say to yourself, things aren't working anymore. Something happened. Okay, the frequency of reality shifted. Okay, let us know in the comments. The old way is not going to work anymore. It's finished. The only path is to, if you want to continue your life, you have to move forward with this new model. That's that's what I've been sharing this very powerful year. Oh, absolutely, Chaos 101. And that's today's lesson, is moving from chaos to clarity. When clarity comes, you have to go through chaos first. All these things make it more meaningful because you went through it, you did it yourself. Maybe you had to go through a refinement 6 months to get the correct relationship. You might have had to go through a refinement 6 months to get that upgrade at the job. In life, especially in this modern world, and this is what I'm here to fix. I'm here to fix the brain. Cookie cutter world, instant gratification world. It's, again, you could go for it, go for the low hanging fruit, or you could take the actual journey. It is not in a second, it's a season, and it's never going to change. It's a season. And now we're in this season of the new. And you feel naked and afraid. I believe isn't that a show now? Naked and Afraid. Because all that stuff has been stripped down, and it's almost like start again. And we have to start again. It's better this way. Because if you keep going down that old path, you're never going to make it. And these are all, I share about the programming of society. I take the pulse of society, I come back and I report. to the people, right? Take the pulse of society. Why do I keep attracting the same guy? Why does this keep happening at the same thing at the job, even though I'm in a different place and the new boss does the same thing that the old? It's you. This is deep stuff. It's always you. It's that frequency inside. You got to change that frequency. It's always you. Now, we go through this, it's how to respond. I'm sure there's thousands of people that are tuned in to this live stream and podcast today, and you're saying to yourself, it was very rough, 2020 on. Something happened in the world, right? You could raise your hand and if you're in the live chat. Well, you have to respond to it eventually. Can't be a victim for the rest of it. And these things did happen to us. And so the purpose of it, this is how God shakes us to grow. The response comes from a thing called content of character. Some people will grow, some people haven't changed. And this is my journey as well. There are people out there, they're still in the same mindset of 2021. That part of our journey is over. I have to move on to new things. I don't like you when you move on. You need to come down here with us. You need to get out of my way. No one is going to stand in your way. You have to understand this, bro. You have to understand this, sis. Nobody, nothing will stand in your way. Nothing could stop me. That's how I am where I am today. Two things got me here. Two things. The inexhaustible belief in myself and the unbreakable connection with God. If that resonates, why don't you put a like on this video today? You need both. You need both. Some people, they're great, but they treat God like a genie in a bottle. You have to get up. It's time to rise, warriors. It's all about the path of the warrior. It's a tremendous motivational speech I have here on YouTube. Check it out. The path of the warrior. You have to be a warrior. It's not easy. You will lose. There's only one person that you can't afford to lose at this time. This is one of those moments that it is. You could change your life at any time. These are one of those moments that you really have to focus your attention. Focus it well. Because you cannot afford to lose yourself. Know thyself. Know thyself. Physical reality is an illusion. It's a frequency. So when it's illusion, it's not so much that it's fake. You have to adopt a new model to reality. Right now on the live stream, it's so powerful that we glitched the live stream. So I don't see the chat. So I'm pulling you up on another device. If you're watching me, if you hear me on YouTube Music, you don't see me anyway. If you are getting me on YouTube Music, why don't you go back later in the day, come over to the regular app, click subscribe, check out the videos. I appreciate you. Would be great if something works today. Here we go. I see you. Twists and turns. It's always going to be it's always the case. There's always twists and turns. It's not going to be a beautiful, path that's paved. The paved path It's the comfortable walk, but no flowers grow there. You got me? This is a time period to embrace love. Things that make us scared. Sometimes love makes us scared. Love could come in the form of a, connection with someone that you've been running from. It could be a drive from a job, a vocation. I don't like to call it a job that you've been avoiding. You got to know these terms like avoidant and stuff. That's why it's the internal. You have the ability. So once you realize that this reality, it is a frequency, it's not solid. And as you continue to shift, you're going to see new people show up, or the magnetic attraction, people are actually also healing themselves while you're rising up, and then you come back together. There's an alignment to the job. Oh, we were looking to hire a person for this for so long. It just like falls right in your lap. And it's difficult to have that faith. It's always faith over fear. It's always love over gaslighting. Gaslighting has been a thing of the modern society, especially on social media. Again, you really want to learn what is going on actually in society. And that's what I talk about, I teach about, what actually is going on. Some people go on this spiritual journey and they assume that everything is a unicorn in a rainbow. But this is what actually goes on. Okay? So it is 100% right. Purple Rain. Tremendous name, by the way. Appreciate if you put a like on this video if you just stumbled in to this live stream podcast today. So this week going into the rest of this year, it's about trust and becoming. You write these things down if you need. So what do I? It's so confusing. It's about trust. When there's not one physical stitch of evidence, because in a flash. That's why I had that video that was cut, a text message. That's how simple it could be to change your life. Writing an email, if it's a job. Texting the guy that you've been running from. All of these things. It's so simple. In a flash, your whole reality changes. So that's why there has to be trust when there's nothing, because that's how fast it could go. It goes really fast. I've seen this over the years. Okay, I'll do a video, it explodes, and that's my path for that season. Okay, so now we're in a new season. So we have to find the path. Watch yesterday's podcast if you haven't seen it. It is all about the path and finding the path. Becoming is a process. You don't wait. You embody, you become, and then the reality shifts around you. You embody, you become, and then the reality shifts around you. This chat is gold today. It literally is gold, because these are this is the path. It's always the path, right? And it's never not going to be the path. I share the truth about these things. There's tools in the world. People get triggered, right? Because they're weak-minded when they get triggered, okay? And that's why this is about empowerment. The crystals, the cards, all this, they're tools. It's always embodiment. It's always the inner work, and it's never outside of you. And that's why if you're getting this and you say, why am I keep looping the same reality? These are the answers. You click subscribe. You show up every day. Take the Our Everyday Lives challenge, and see where you are in 3 months. Okay, people have been doing this for a while, right? We have all new people coming in. You could leave a comment down below how this journey has changed you. Amy Sunshine Ray, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful for the support. Royals, it's time to change the world. Love you, 144. I'm so grateful for that, Amy Sunshine Ray. Bring in the sunshine today. It's all about the sunshine. You have to be focused on the sunshine and the happiness and the kittens, right? These are the blessings of life. Simple blessings of life. Simple blessing of life could be spending the day with someone that resonates with you out on the beach. And then you say to yourself, you know what, I need more of that. That needs to be my everyday life. My everyday life is a vacation. Going through my transition, my everyday life is the vacation. And when I go on vacation, it's kind of like, it's the not vacation. So I always share about the law of 80-20 and the Pareto's principle. So what we want to do is we want to flip, right? The internal programs where 80% of the time, right, you're living your vacation life under the palm tree, and maybe 20%, because a lot of people, 20% of the time or less than that, they actually are free to live their life. There's always times we have, responsibilities, family time, so on and so forth. It's never going to be 100%, and you will probably get, sick of it. I always share that God works with compare and contrast. You should have compare and contrast in your everyday life, okay? And that's why, even for those that are seeking their or about to achieve union with their real relationship, it's good. It's good when your girl had a go at it with the worthless beta male. That's good, because then she's going to know who you truthfully are. Okay, for our divine feminine, you want a guy that had an experience with the worthless parasite modern woman. You want that, because then he's going to cherish the true sacred woman. Anything that I'm speaking right now, these are the deep truths. Please put a like on this video. I appreciate that. Compare and contrast. It's always going to be compare and contrast. Sometimes in our life, we have to experience it. And you want your girl, bro, king, you want your girl to experience the beta male. You want them, because then they're going to know exactly who you are. You have to have these experiences in life. You have to go through the highs and the lows. Allow everyone to do it. And that's how you find what resonates. Maybe you worked for someone. It's a terrible job. And now you appreciate it so much more. This is the natural ebbs and flows. And that's why we went through tough times. We're getting towards the end here, so don't go anywhere. We went through some tough times post-2020. It was to prepare us for permanent change. This was for permanent change. God wanted permanent change. Not the Band-Aid relationship, the real relationship. Not the job that just kept you just over broke, the vocation in life that feeds you. All of these things. So you feel through your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. You will know the relationship because that guy or gal is charging you up, not draining you. You're going to know that this is your vocation. This is the work that you're going to do because you're excited to do it. You're beyond motivated, driven to do it. And that comes from that's a very powerful place to be. This is how we move forward, So this is a time period we are moving from the chaos into clarity. You had to have the chaos. The chaos could be the crazy job, the crazy relationship. Okay, whatever you experience, leave comments If you're watching live for the first time, you have to come back on the replay to leave a comment. Scroll the comments. I read the comments, all right? And let me know if you enjoy these topics. So if you are new to this and if you're finding me on YouTube Music, two of the podcasts that are up, The Voice of God, How to Determine the Voice of God, is something that is resonating with people. And my other one on how AI videos are getting out of control. Maybe you're interested in those. Okay, check out the Our Everyday Lives podcast. And we have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. This is where we are. We're in the new. It's all about the new. Okay? And just as I'm going through these changes as well, and so we basically have three aspects to our world famous channel now. We have our world famous videos, we have the live streams and the now podcast, and we have the tremendous shorts. Okay, and if you go to the channel page, everything is kind of organized into playlists. Check them out. If you are getting this message, there's an inner guidance, there's an inner feeling that now I need to change. I want to change in my life. As we started off, we go full circle in my lessons. We're going full circle. I'm you're driving to work, you're hearing me, and you said, I'm done with this job. Well, there is a path for you. That's all that this time period is about. It's such a powerful week and going into the rest of this year. The path will emerge. Follow your heart, right? It's all about emotions. Emotions are actually telling you the answer. People are trained or programmed to shut out emotions. Are you an NPC? Did you watch that world famous video? Answer those questions. Go to the channel page. Check it out. We have tremendous Facebook. The link is in the description. Connect on Facebook. We grow every second of the day there. I'm so grateful for all of you. Connect on Patreon. All you have to do is download the app. I've been sharing and this month kind of showing the path and making connections. I do posts here, but there's a lot to distribute to the community. A lot of stuff going on. You have to do the work. There's no guru. There's no class. There's nothing. There's no card pull. There's no crystal. There's nothing. They're all again, they're tools. In the end, it's about everyday life. It's about daily embodiment. And this is never going to change. So if you're getting my voice, you hear my voice, you're not getting triggered by my voice, right? This is always the answer. It's never going to change. It's always embodiment. Always here. Always an inside job. Utilize all those things, okay? I'm not telling you not to do those things. I'm just teaching you what's called the proper way. Do you love the proper way? Click the like button if this keeps you empowered. So this is spiritual empowerment. This is how we actually go from chaos, because it's always chaos. These people are going to tell you one thing. Those people are going to tell you something else. Everyone wants to live your life for you, but when you put your foot down and you say, enough, enough, and you start actually living your life and you take ownership of, it's a different place. Then you finally get the real love. Then you finally feel at peace in your own home. Then you finally are motivated to work. I don't need no boss to tell me what to do. I gotta go, man. I gotta work. It's not work, it's a vocation. This is a deep change, it's deep shifts. And when you're in alignment, I share about balance and alignment on this channel. When you're in alignment, everything starts flowing. It's a really big week. Click subscribe, your life will change. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. Can you explain what embodiment means? Thank you, Tanya. I'm very grateful for the super chat. Embodiment, you have to actually embody who you, now I'm gonna be there someday. You actually have to live it, even if there's no evidence of it, okay? I have to embody the greatest teacher that has ever existed. I embody that. Even if the people aren't, like, say, physically around at the now, and then eventually through a frequency, right? I'm very grateful for those beautiful comments, right? Do you like the teachings here? Once you embody, don't worry about, oh, I have to achieve this and then no, you have to embody it now. You have to live it in your everyday life now. You have to embody the divine masculine that is could care for his divine counterpart now, even without the relationship. It's always embodiment. It's always being. The relationship doesn't change you. You are the best. And then that correct partner magnetically, she just comes right in. You are the best at your work. And then all of a sudden, all these people want your work. So you have to embody it, for even though, right? Embody it, do the inner work, and then everything. That reality, that's not real. It's a frequency. You're tuned in. What are you tuned into? So I love each and every one of you. Check out the other podcasts. Check out the shorts. Check out the channel page. Hit me up on Facebook. Facebook is exploding. We have more posts that have post this rising on Facebook. And this is for this community, the Our Everyday Lives communities, for people that want to change their life, again, daily. It never stops. There's never a finish line, okay? So if you do this, this is how you maybe have one job and then you have a vocation. Maybe you always had these low vibe relationships and there's your real man. There he is. There's the real man, right? So this is how we do the internal changes. Grateful for community support. Before I get off, please put a like on this video. Click subscribe if you haven't. And I show, you know, I'm just one guy, and this is you know, teaching others that anyone could do this. I'm one man doing this all. I kind of do it all here. I do it all. Physical wellness, mental wellness, and spiritual wellness is actually so important. Some people are spiritually lost at this time. Don't get lost. Know the path and know yourself. Okay? I love you guys. Leave comments. Share the videos. Grateful for it all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, let warriors just keep going. And if you did get me on YouTube Music, if you could come over to the regular YouTube and leave a comment. How was the sound? Was it good? I appreciate everyone. And this is a new thing today, so I will be reading all of the comments today. I always do, but extra comments today. I want to know all about it. And embodiment, practice what you preach, kid. Practice what you preach. Love you. Bye for now.